This is Bachmann's infamous Big Hauler, a G-Scale 460 first released in 1988. People online either really love these things or want to run them over with a bulldozer. This locomotive was part of the first Big Hauler set ever released, set number 90100. And I picked this thing up for $99 from an estate sale in Texas. I picked this thing up because one of my mom's friends invited us to a party running G-scale trains on his outdoor layout. So I thought since this thing was cheap, I would pick it up. Now, the seller described this thing as a complete set that worked great. Oh, how wrong he was.
What? It's just an ordinary crabby... Oh my goodness!
Now, this thing has quite a lot of problems. So, can we restore it and run it on the main line? Let's find out. In part 1 of this series, we will attempt to hopefully restore this locomotive and run it on the main line. If successful, in part 2, we will take this thing over to that party and run it on my mom's friend's massive G-scale layout. So yeah, let's get into it. So, what does $99 get you? Well, the seller, with a 98% positive feedback rate, I might add, stated that this engine ran great and the set was complete. That is utter nonsense. So I'll start off with the least damning thing. This set is nowhere near complete. Some of the tracks are broken. And the controller was missing. Okay, now let's go on to the scary part of this thing. Yeah, if this thing runs so great, then explain that. Yeah, this thing definitely has a lot of problems. The inside of this engine looks like it was dragged through a river 5 times. The batteries were so horrendously corroded, and they looked like they were straight out of the 1980s. The next day, we took the engine down to my dad's shop and started cleaning away, scrubbing away with a wire brush and blowing away with an air compressor. The battery compartment holds 6 D-sized batteries. To get them all out, we took a drill bit and drilled into them before yanking them out. And we had to do this 6 different times. Alright, so it is now the next day. I am out here in the garage cleaning this engine out. Turns out it's in a lot better condition than we thought. So I've got most of the corrosion cleaned out now, and there's still a light dusting. I've got an air compressor right there ready to blow all this dust out. This thing is in much better internal condition than I thought, and maybe we won't even have to do too much. I still want to hopefully get a new receiver for this thing so I can hook up a new remote to it. Or who knows, maybe I can just find an old Bachmann one off the internet. Who knows? But anyway, yeah, I'll keep on cleaning and I'll keep you updated.
6 hours later.
Alright, so situation update viewers, here's basically everything we've got so far. So the back head's nearly all cleaned off. I think I'm just gonna drop this little bit in vinegar to let it get all the corrosion off, because I've heard that helps get rid of it. Then if we go around to here, this entire thing's nearly completely cleaned out. I'd say it is completely cleaned out at this point. This looks miles better than how it originally did. Yeah, those batteries were so old and corroded. It's amazing what an air compressor and a wire brush can do to this thing. Yeah, it's basically all cleaned out. And as I'm looking at this right now, everything seems intact. And something interesting I discovered while I was cleaning this was this little port right here. Now, this engine came with this little thing right here that allows it to plug into a 12,000 milliamp, not 12,000, but 1,200 milliamp battery. So yeah, this thing just plugs into here, and then you could just plug this into an RC car battery. It's that easy. And it means I don't have to constantly buy 6 packs of D batteries. But either way, we're gonna test this thing on D batteries tonight. And then we're gonna order an RC car battery that can adapt to this thing and plug in. And also, we're going to order a brand new remote for this thing. Well, I wouldn't say brand new, but just new. Yeah, there are a couple of them floating around on eBay for like 20, 30 bucks a piece, so we might just pick one of those up. And after that, this thing should be fully operational. I mean, if there is anything wrong with this thing, I will let you all know. So yeah. I'll see you when we test this thing tonight.
Day 2.
So yeah, last night we tested this thing, and turns out I accidentally put the batteries in the wrong way, so that's an oopsie daisy on my part. And now that we have the batteries in the right way, if I flick these 2 switches in the back, lo and behold, it runs! It's alive! So cool! So yeah, it turns out this thing doesn't actually need a remote to run, but it would still be great if we found one so I could actually control it. Yeah, this thing is so cool. It runs. It's alive. Yes. Something I've noticed about this train is that it eats up D batteries like there is no tomorrow. So yeah, we're definitely going to have to get some rechargeable ones. Yeah, like I said last night, that can plug into that thing right there. Yeah. Overall, I'm super happy with how this turned out. And I can't wait to take it over to that party and watch it run around outside. You know what? I might as well just set up a layout outdoors right now.